Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander with Inspiration with Troy Alexander. I am excited tonight. I'm so glad that you're watching with us live on Facebook as well as YouTube, Hamilton Radio. And we are excited tonight. We have an amazing show tonight. I'm telling you everybody, you don't want to miss this show tonight. And I'm just so excited and inspired tonight because there is so much that's waiting for you. I'm telling you, tonight, make this night a brand new night of something that's about to take place. I'm telling you now, listen, hold on to your dreams. Hold on to your purpose and walk in destiny. I'm telling you tonight, we have an amazing guest tonight, JOELLE KENNEY, and I'm telling you, she is inspiring to me. So you do not want to leave this show. I'm telling you, get ready because you will be inspired. If you want to email me at iaminspiredtroy@gmail.com. You want to ask a question, you want to follow up with me, that is the place to go. Also, my website, calltoinspire.org. Again, that's calltoinspire.org. And I'm telling you, we are excited tonight and getting ready for a great show. Again, part of our show is Points of Purpose. And you know about Points of Purpose. We just give you a word to encourage you, to uplift you, and to let you know, hold on to your dream. Do not ever let go of your dream. I don't care how young you are, how old you are, whatever age you are. Hold on to your dream. I'm telling you, dreams do come true. And I am excited tonight. And I'm going to just go over a few points of purpose tonight. But I'm going to say this again. You have the opportunity. Take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Listen, when the door presents itself to you, knock on the door. And if you have to turn the knob and try to see if the door is open, but get ready to go into the next phase of your destiny. I'm telling you tonight, it is not over. No matter what time it is in your life. Listen, we can't go back and change the past, but I can start brand new today. And I'm telling you, I got a few points of purpose that I want to share with you before we bring on our amazing guest tonight. Listen, and I told you earlier before, make where you are the beginning of where you shall be. Listen, I put this on Facebook this week. Points of purpose. Make where you are the beginning of where you shall be. I can't go back in time and change yesterday. I can't change last year. But I can begin tonight and say this day will be a new day. Listen, you got to tell yourself. And I told Joel, I told my guests on shows in the past, I said, listen, you got to talk to yourself and tell yourself, listen, I want something more. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear from Joel tonight talking about how bad do you want this. You got to want something greater than where you are right now. Because you got to know that there's something greater waiting for you that's in store for your life. And you have to declare it. We have another part of our show, Joel and Ed, that talks about I am declaration. When we open and we say, I am, whatever it is that you're going to be, we speak it out of our mouth because there's power in what you say. So we encourage everybody to open your mouth and speak it into existence. And I use that hashtag a lot on Facebook, speaking it into existence, because there's power in what you say. I got another point of purpose that I want to share with you. Give your time to what you are seeking, not to what others can't see. I'm going to say that again. Give your time to what you are seeking, not to what others can't see. Listen, everybody's not going to see what you see. I'm going to say it again. Everybody's not going to believe what you believe. But you have to know that it doesn't change the vision that you've set for yourself. Sometimes the people that's closest to you might not believe you can do it. But sometimes the best answer is to show them. And I'm telling you tonight, be encouraged and make sure you hold on to your vision. Despite what anybody said. Just because they never did don't mean that you won't. Just because they didn't cross the bridge don't mean that you won't cross the bridge. And I'm telling you tonight, be encouraged. And you got to hold on. You got to want this bad. You got to want this. You got to want something to change in your life. And I'm excited for you tonight. Everybody watching on Hamilton, live on Facebook, on Hamilton Radio. You can download the app, Hamilton Radio 3.0. I'm telling you, download it right now and watch and listen on Hamilton Radio Channel 2. I'm excited tonight because we have an amazing guest. And before she comes on, I have one experience of inspiration that I need to share. And then I'm going to bring her on. We have so much. I'm going to talk about two things really quick. We have a scholarship that we're going to offer on this show. I'm going to mention it now. I'm going to mention it at the end of the show. But on last week's show, we had a young lady with her daughter, was 5 years old. She's an entrepreneur at 5 years old with her mother as the co-owner. And they have a lip balm company. You know how you put chapstick on your lip? They have a lip balm company. and they are seeking entrepreneurs, children, entrepreneurs, and they're focusing on young ladies, and it's called Girl Boss, the Girl Boss Project. So if you want your daughter between the ages of 3 and 17 to become a girl boss, her own entrepreneur in business, I need you to email me at iaminspiredtroy@gmail.com, and I need you to write and explain why you want to become a girl boss and what this scholarship would mean. It's $150 to become part of that company, to become your own entrepreneur, your own business. And Inspiration with Troy Alexander is willing to sponsor one child. So I need you to email me at iaminspired@gmail.com. I'm going to put it on my website on calltoinspire.org, and I'm going to put it on there. So it'll be on there probably tomorrow. But again, if you want to be a girl boss, just email me. Again, what it is, why you will want to be your own boss, and what this scholarship will mean to you. We're all about encouraging and uplifting and taking. I told you before, when I get through the door, I'm going to bring somebody else with me, Joelle. I'm not going through the door by myself. There is so much for all of us. And I said, why can't we all fly? I got this last thing really quick. I put on Facebook this week, and I said, when you fly, it lets those walking know they can too. When you fly, people that are walking, it lets them know that they can fly also. Listen, I told you, this is show number 12. I didn't have a radio show 12 shows ago. I never did radio. My first experience on the radio. But look where it is taking me, and look where it can take you. I'm telling you, you got to take that leap of faith, take that leap, and believe that something can change, something can be different. We have an amazing guest, and I got this. Give me 2 more minutes, Joelle. I'm going to bring you on. I got to share this today. I'm at my job. That's the 9-to-5 job. I'm at my job, and I'm washing my lunch bowl, and my lunch bowl happens to be glass. And you good? And so my lunch bowl. I've got a caller. Hi, caller.
Hello, Troy.
Hi there, Mom.
I have a question. What is the age limit for the scholarship for someone to apply for a scholarship for the lip balm?
For the lip balm, as I mentioned, it's ages 3 to 17. So
thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Mom.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So again, I was washing. Come on, Joel. I'll have you come on the show and get ready. I was at work washing my lunch bowl, and it happened to be glass. And I was washing it close to the bottom of the sink because in case it came out of my hand, it wouldn't break, or at least was less likely to shatter. And so I got an inspiring moment from that time I was washing my lunch bowl. And I said to myself, the one thing that you got to realize is where you are in your life at that moment. Because if the bowl was plastic, it wouldn't matter what height I was doing the washing, because if it slipped out of my hand, it wouldn't break. So the power of me letting me know what that meant was I got to know where I'm at. Because it is powerful. You don't want to have yourself so far up if you're going to live a glass life that if you fall, that you're going to break up. But I'm telling you, live your life so that if you fall, you can get back up again. So understand the power of where you are and who you are. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting next to an amazing woman tonight. Everybody, please let me introduce JOELLE KENNEY. I am inspired by you. Thank you, Joelle, for being on the show tonight.
Oh, thank you, Troy, for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Listen, everybody, I'm going to tell you everything that about Joelle and who she is and what she has accomplished. But one of the things that I am amazed, and I said it earlier, Ruben, just check your video there, Ruben, real quick. But the one thing I'm so excited about is that Joelle completed, at the age of 37, the Ironman Triathlon. Now, let me just explain what that means. And Joelle, correct me if I'm wrong, all right?
Okay.
This means that she, for over 15 hours, in one day, this isn't like over days. This is in a single day. over 15 hours and about 7 minutes. She swam 2.5 miles. She rode a bicycle 112 miles. And she ran a marathon for 26.2 miles.
You got it.
So can we please give a hand clap to Joelle? Please listen. At the age of 37, now Joelle, please tell me, how did you get to that point in your life that you were able to run this triathlon in a given day? I can't even ride my bike from my house to the corner store. So for you to ride 26.2 miles, and let me just say this to everybody, the entire 112 miles on a bike is equal to an hour and 43 minutes and 23 seconds of somebody driving a car 65 miles per hour. Please tell me, how did you get to this place?
Well, the training for their triathlon was tough, and there was a lot of times when I wanted to give up, but luckily I feel blessed that I'm inspired by everyone around me. I have a wonderful support system. I was raised by a strong woman who taught me that I can do whatever I want as long as I work hard and I try. And when you fail, you get up and you keep going. Wow. But the times that I wanted to give up, I had my husband, my kids, my friends. There was a lot of people that I could confide in that have had those ups and downs in their lives and had, you know, encouraged me to stick with it. And a lot of times I was like, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning for this many days, you know, I can do it, and kind of hang in there. I really wanted to do it. Most of all, my kids are here with me today, and my husband, really to inspire them and to show them hard work, training, you can accomplish your dreams no matter how high you set them. So hi guys. So I really began running. I was a runner. Interestingly enough, I played sports all in high school and college. Hated to run. Like, I was like, why are you making me run? Why do I have to do this? And then, you know what happens? You stop playing sports, you graduate, life happens, and, you know, kind of lost that piece of myself. Met this wonderful man over here, and we started running together. He was the runner. He ran cross country, played baseball, and we had our best talks together. Obviously, this was before kids, but we would run every day together, and it was the best time. And he really got me into running. And then, you know, we had kids. You know, life gets complicated, but really, he never really let me lose that part of myself. And when I was feeling like I was only a wife, only a mother, I didn't feel like a person at all, was when I really got into running. And that actually, I started getting my own friends, my own dreams, setting my own goals. Wow. And it really helped me to kind of become a complete person. I mean, these guys are amazing and wonderful, but it really allowed me to really kind of find myself and really set my own goals for myself and really show them that you really can achieve things.
Now, Joelle, you got to tell me, you have to explain to me, because like no one just wakes up one day and says, I'm going to do a triathlon.
I do.
Except Joelle. Listen, everybody, listen, she is a mother, a wife, professional supervisor, and I can't even tell you, probably taxi cab driver, whatever. I mean, her children. Listen, she is truly Wonder Woman. Like the woman you saw in the movie, that really wasn't what. Like this is really Wonder Woman right here. And I'm telling you, tell me how, because you talked about the training.
Yes, the training was challenging, and I really started to get, well, honestly, I started, and I don't know if she's listening, but started to get into triathlons because one of my friends who I was running with was like, this is great, I'm going to start doing triathlons. I'm like, well, this sounds great. I want to hang out with you. I could do this too. But without having done any, I always set my goals high, as my husband knows, and he sometimes tries to talk me out of my crazy ideas, but is usually always supportive of no matter what I try to do. But I was like, I can do this. I know I can do this. I was coming off some of my best, it was pretty much my best running year, where I was breaking and setting personal records. And I figured, if I can't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I might as well just, you know, go all in and decide that I'm going to train for this. People tried to talk me out of it and said, you don't really know what's involved. And
wow. Wow.
Probably should have listened at times, but
but we're glad you didn't. We are, and I'm telling you, it is amazing. Listen, everybody, when Joelle talks about training, I mean, understanding the commitment level that it takes. You talk about getting up at 2:30 in the morning.
yes.
Wait, no. She talks about getting up at 2:30 in the morning, doing like a 5-mile run. Then she talks about maybe around 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, most of us is probably asleep. Most of us, most of us in the normal world are probably asleep. So at 4 o'clock, she's up, I'm assuming in the pool. I don't know where, maybe her backyard, maybe the community. I don't know where you find a pool at 4 o'clock in the morning, but she's swimming at 4 o'clock in the morning, 2,000 to 4,000 meters some mornings. Then for about 2 hours, she may be in the pool. Then she goes out for a run. Then she gets home by 6 a.m., get the kids ready for school, and then to be at work by 8. Now that right there, I'm already tired, everybody. Now listen, just saying it, I'm tired. How long did you do that kind of regimen, approximately?
So some people do it for longer, but because I had come off of all of the running, my body was pretty conditioned. So my training plan was a 16-week training plan. So anyone can do anything for 16 weeks.
16 weeks? 16 weeks?
Sure.
You did this for 16 weeks?
Not every day. There was varied trainings, but pretty much that was the schedule for 16 weeks, yes.
And so when did you sleep?
I didn't.
Listen, everybody. Listen, this is what inspires me about Joelle is that she made a commitment to herself. If you heard what she said earlier, there was something that this activity empowered her even greater as a person. You have to find out what motivates you as a person. Listen, I love my wife. We will be married 23, but I'm telling you, you have to find something that motivates you in and of yourself, because always, as you said, Joelle, everybody's not going to believe what you believe. Everybody's not going to support you. Say, go ahead, Joelle, I'm rooting for you. There are people who are saying, you know what, she won't ever do that. Mm-hmm. But she can look back now and you got your medals. See, everybody can, look over here. So if you can see in the camera, she has her medal, Ironman from Maryland, the Ironman Triathlon in 2017. Listen, everybody, so she has proof. And I told you earlier on one show before, the power is in the proof. So now you are an example to show. And I love what she said about her kids and her husband and everybody. So now everybody sees what you see. And the power of that, Joelle, is so inspiring because now others can see what you see. But they only saw it because you did it. And I'm amazed because you talk about how just doing it, just trying it, just taking that. What happened at what point in your life that just gave you the confidence enough to say, I can do this? Because there are so many watching on Facebook Live. And before we get there, if you want to call in and ask Joelle a question, you can do so live on the show. Call 609-807-2492. That's 609-807-2492. I'm telling you, Hamilton Radio, what is it? What gave you that confidence? Like did you always have it as a child growing up? Or did something happen that said, you know what, I can do this? What? Tell me, please.
I've always set goals for myself, and I think kind of coming off sort of your themes from last week's show, really the support. Some of it's social media. You don't want to post a bad time, but really the support that I have with the triathlon team, with my friends that I run with my family. I kind of always believed in myself, but knowing that they were believing in me and they were supporting me and encouraging me and pushing me. But I've always kind of, when I did my first marathon, I really hadn't done a lot of running, but I'm like, I can do that. And I try to set my goals high so that I can try to achieve them and continue to work. And there's times when you fail. I just set a goal for myself to qualify for the Boston Marathon, and I didn't have a qualifying time, but I'm going to try harder and train harder and figure out how I'm going to get that time, because I was a little disappointed. Now, I didn't train the right way. There was things that didn't go right. I ended up in the hospital for a week, and that kind of hurt some of the training. But I feel that I can do it, and I have the support system that's going to allow me to do it, and people that will help me to try to accomplish that. So I'm going to try. So hopefully next year I'll come back and maybe have a Boston qualifying time.
Listen, next year Joelle is coming back with a Boston qualifying time. We're already declaring it. That is what I Am Declaration is all about, Joelle. It's all about declaring what shall be. And I'm telling you, everybody that's watching live and listening on Hamilton Radio, listen, I need you to declare something right now. I need you to declare what it is that you're going to be. What I love about Joelle and what she kept saying is, I set a goal for myself. You talked about setting goals. Everybody needs to have a goal. And I encourage everybody, listen, I'm not asking you. I said it before, don't go from A to Z. I'm not worried about that, but at least go from A to B. You got to start somewhere. And I'm telling you, Joel, you continue to inspire, and you set that goal, and you achieved it. And you have to tell me, were there some really dark and difficult times during this journey, or was everything but because I know you had to have some challenges at some point, and can you share maybe one or two of what that might have been, and how you overcame them?
Well, I think the biggest challenge that I faced was trying to accomplish all of my goals, be a full-time, go to work full-time and take care of my kids. Both my husband, the two of us, we sign up to coach everything. We want to be involved. We want to get to every event. So the only way that I could train and try to, train and prepare myself was to do everything in the morning. So there were times when, like you said, I didn't get much sleep. I've come accustomed to not sleeping. I don't recommend it. But I think that was the biggest challenge. I talked to Troy, and there were some posts on Facebook. I was on the bike trainer, so I couldn't get out early in the morning to bike because it's dark. So for safety purposes, I did most of my training on the bike trainer in my garage. And my son happened to wake up early one day, and he's like, "Mom, I want to play." And I'm like, "Shoot." I'm like, "I'm not done my training. I still have a couple more hours on this bike." So he got the glove, and we're having a catch on the bike trainer together. And, I was still able to train, probably not as hard as I should have, but I was able to get my bike ride in. And I also found a way to sort of still connect with my son. But there was definitely times when I was like, I'm done. I give up. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. But luckily, the support of the folks around me, they believed in me enough that said, look, you've gotten this far. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. You've set this goal, and you're going to do it. And that really helped to push me and really inspire me and really kind of push me that last leg when I really wanted to give up. And I will say, my husband comes to almost every race. My first marathon, he rode his bike pretty much next to me.
Awesome.
As long as he could. For the Ironman, he was there. Awesome. And, for me, that's really our connection. Even though he's not doing it with me, we really find ways to connect, and he helps to support me and inspire me.
Listen, everybody, what Joelle is talking about is called sacrifice. Listen, whatever you want, you got to be willing to sacrifice for it. And I'm telling you, it's worth the sacrifice. I'm sitting next to an Ironman triathlon. Listen, she finished in over 15 hours. She set a goal, y'all. Listen, I'm talking real here. I'm telling you, listen, you got to know that you can do this. You can set forth a goal, and what seems impossible, it's not impossible. I talked to Ruben earlier about expansion and where things are going to go. Listen, I know that we're going to have callers calling in. We'll have to turn over. There's going to be so many calls calling because somebody's going to want to know, how do I get across that bridge? How do I get across the fear? How do I get across the uncertainty? Because you don't always know what's about to take place, but you know where you are. And I'm telling you, I'm encouraging everybody on this call. Listen, another point of purpose that I got to make that goes in line with what Joelle just talked about is you got to move in the direction of the compass of your vision. I'm going to say that again. Move in the direction of the compass of your vision. You got to have a vision. Joelle has already said that she's going to have a qualifying time. Where at, Joelle?
I'm going to try to qualify for Boston.
Boston. Everybody say Boston. Listen, let's give her a hand right now because she's already qualified, because she's already put it in her mind that she's going to qualify for the Boston Marathon or Boston?
The Boston Marathon.
The Boston Marathon. Listen, it's already done. Joelle, listen, I'm hoping, no, I'm not a runner, so I'm not even going to go there. So never mind. I was going to say something to encourage you, but that's not my lane. So stay in your lane, everybody. But listen, I am, what you said was sacrifice. And I'm excited because the one thing that I've learned, Joelle, is that not only do you sacrifice, but people around you sacrifice. Mm-hmm. You know, every time I come on this show, I go home late. I get home like almost 10 o'clock at night. I work with the young people, work with the youth all my life. And I'm very grateful for my wife because, you know, she allows me to go and she's okay with me giving my encouragement to young people and to young adults. And that takes time. Mm-hmm. But what I've learned is when you support another person's vision, your vision becomes clearer. When you support them and you can grow it and see, then what happens is other people begin to support you. And I'm so glad you talked about your family and the people that you run with. Tell me a little bit about that. How many, is it one person every morning? Is it two or three? Like, is it the same group every morning? How does that work? Because I can only imagine that you have a wonderful support system of runners. So if you want to give them a shout out, you sure can. But who supports you every morning?
So luckily I have two wonderful friends, Janice and Michelle, who are crazy and get up early in the morning. Mostly I think sometimes because they do it because I can only go at certain times. But they're also full-time moms, and they also go to work full-time, and they're trying to figure it out just like I am, trying to squeeze in training. It kind of turns into our social hour, so we may not be able to go and hang out later, but we can at least hang out at 5 o'clock in the morning and run together. And we help to inspire each other. So awesome. Janice is training for the marathon, so we're here to assist her and help her to achieve that goal. Janice has probably run more marathons than I can count.
Okay, Janice.
She's amazing. So she's working on getting a better time for this marathon. So we're working to help her. But yeah, she's amazing. Talk about a runner. Wow. Janice has probably run like 20 marathons. She's amazing.
Goodness. Wow. And the one thing, let me just say this, everybody. When Joelle talks about, again, let me say this. Ironman triathlon. She finished in over 15 hours. I'm going to say it again. That means that she swam 2.5 miles. That means she rode a bike 112 miles. That means she ran a marathon for 26.2 miles in the same day. That means how much time is there in between each event?
Well, it's as much time as you need.
I can only imagine. I
think I might have taken, I think they were wondering if I was going to come out from the bike. I think they thought I might have gave up at that point, but I think that was about 20 minutes. But, typically you should be moving a little bit faster, but, I was a little tired after that bike ride.
I can imagine. Now, which one is first?
So you swim first, mostly so you don't drown later.
That's a good point because you can be tired. Exactly.
So the swimming's first, and the biking. And unfortunately, I'm a little bit on the slow side, so it took me almost a full day's of hours of work. So it was 7 hours and 45 minutes just on the bike. So while you're at work that day, Troy, I was biking.
Wait a minute. Wait. She was on the bike for 7.5 hours.
7 hours and 45 minutes.
That's almost an entire work day, y'all.
It's terrible.
For an entire work day, Joelle was riding a bike, and I'm telling you, listen, and only with, 20 minutes maybe, or 20 minutes in between swimming and jumping on a bike. Now, I would need a bike to have a little motor on. I'm just saying, to give me a little help every now and then.
I kind of wished it did.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm telling you, did your legs get tired? Did your body get tired? I mean, are you drinking along the way? Are you eating along the way? I mean, what?
So luckily, two of my friends had completed Ironmans. So they were very helpful in giving me some nutrition advice. So you get to eat a lot, which is exciting for me anyway. But yes, you're drinking, you have all different kind of sports drinks and salt drinks, and you're ensuring that you have enough nutrition to kind of keep you energized and keep you with enough fuel to finish. So there's definitely a balance there. So you kind of have to figure out what your stomach can tolerate. great. But luckily I had some friends that had already completed the race, so they were sort of happy to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. They maybe should have shared more of the bad, but
Wow.
but it was great. So that was super helpful. So I kind of knew sort of what to expect, but not really.
And the name of your the two moms in the morning, Janice and
Janice and Michelle.
Janice and Michelle, listen, we applaud you too. So we applaud you being moms, being strong women, and listen, and just being examples. So we applaud you as well. Listen, everybody, this is about I Am Declaration. This is Inspiration with Troy Alexander. I said before, you want to call in, you can ask me a question. You can ask Joelle a question, 609-807-2492. For just a quick moment, Joelle, I just want to talk again about the scholarship. I'm going to talk about it again at the end. But listen, go to zuzuslipbalm.com. That's ZUZUSLIPBALM.com. You will see an advertisement about the Girl Boss Project. This is about, again, they have a lip balm company. This 5-year-old entrepreneur, Zuri. So proud of you, Zuri. And, of course, Dominique, her mom. They were on our show last week, and we're so proud of them. But they want to help support other young people getting into their own businesses. I'm telling you, listen, so go to that website, look at the Girl Boss Project. And Inspiration with Troy Alexander is going to sponsor somebody to become an entrepreneur. $150 scholarship. We're going to be able to bless somebody with, I told you earlier before, this show, every blessing that I'm blessed with, I'm going to bless somebody else with. This is what I'm all about. This is what Inspiration with Troy Alexander is all about. We're going to bring people on. Listen, Joelle is here with her family, and I applaud them for coming and being a support to her as well. Listen, we are in this together. I told Ruben earlier, listen, we're going to grow together, we're going to cry together, and we're going to get there together. And I'm telling you, Joelle, Boston is nothing but just time away. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. She will qualify. And what I love about you, Joelle, you said, you know what? There are things, listen, I talked about earlier about the glass bowl and the plastic bowl. Listen, the glass bowl, you got to understand that, again, if you're going from, if I'm holding it this high from the bottom of the sink, it's more likely if I drop it, it's going to crack. But if I got a plastic bowl, then I'm more likely enough that it's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to shift how you approach things, everybody. I'm telling you. But the fact of the matter is, if you slip, just pick it back up again.
You got it.
This is about a determination to say, you know what? I got to have something better than where I'm at. I'm telling you, I'm inspired sitting next to you. You really inspire me. I'm not saying that because we're on the show, and I see Joelle almost every day, and it truly is an honor because she is a professional. She's a supervisor. She has staff that answer to her. So if anybody is a supervisor, which I am as well, you know the pressures, of that life, and imagine doing all that Joelle did every morning, beginning at about 2:30 in the morning, and coming back and getting the kids ready again with a husband at 6 to be to work by 8. I'm telling you, I'm inspired by you. You are right now on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and those listening on Hammond, you are inspiring so many, men and women, because they say at the age of 37. And again, I say that because some people put a barrier on age.
I'm a young 37, Troy.
Listen,
I don't really look 37.
I know that. They watch it know that. But there are some old 37 people in the world.
Might not want to emphasize the 37. I own 37.
You know what?
Fine.
I do it. I say it because it is a monumental moment. I say that because there are people who are 20 who say, I would never do a triathlon. There are people that are 10, 15 years younger who said, I could never do that. But to look at you where you are, and everybody, I'm telling you, it was a sacrifice. Again, I said earlier, she's a wife, mother of 2 children. Not 1, 2. You know, and, I was the only child, so, it was just me. But you truly inspired me, and you are inspiring so many. I need you to talk about those moments, because you talked about a moment where there was a space in your life where you needed to find something for you. And I know that there are so many watching and listening who say, you know what, I I don't know what it is, but I know that there's something that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that moment? Because I know there's so many feeling that, but don't know how to feel that.
So first I would say find something. It doesn't have to be running. Running's not for everybody. Working out, whatever it is. It could be crocheting. It could whatever it is for you. Like Troy said, you have to find that. But for me, because I wasn't always an athlete, really running and sports, that's why I love hanging out with the kids, was always a part of my life. But you know, life happens, you get busy, you kind of sometimes just try to make it through the day. We've all been there. And really, I felt like I was lost. I didn't really feel like I had an identity. I felt like I was somebody, like I said earlier, somebody's mother, somebody's wife. My friends, I was always, you know, Ed's wife or Andrew's mom. And I was like, I just want to be a person. Like, I'm a person, I'm Joelle. But
Wow.
I didn't know who that was. So when people would say my name, I wasn't really sure who that, you know, I didn't know who that person was. I knew how to be a mom. I knew how to be a wife. But it was bizarre. It was strange. Like, I didn't know how to be me. And running really gave me that sort of identity. It was something that, you know, I joked earlier that I didn't really like to run, but it was something that I liked to do. Sports I love to do. You know, as you get older, it's a little harder to do sports, but, you know, almost anybody can run. So that really helped me to kind of find myself. And then, like you said, surrounding yourself with other people. I just have to give a shout out to the nice people that I work out with at lunch. When I decided to do the triathlon, they really tailored their work programs to help me where I was weak, to really help me succeed. So I think a lot of this is, you know, finding your identity, whatever that is for you, and then surrounding yourself with positive energy and people that are going to help you to achieve your goals. Like Troy said, you may not always see your goal and they may not always see it, but you're setting goals, you're working towards something. It gives you a purpose. It gives you a reason to wake up in the morning. You know, as crazy it sounds, I look forward to running every day. If I don't run, if I take a day off, I really do feel lost throughout the day, as strange as that sounds, but it really helps to give me a purpose. And it gives me a purpose for myself that is different than taking care of a family. And I really needed that at the time. And now I do it for other people. Like, I love to get up in the morning to run with my friends. I love to inspire them. I love to try to help them achieve their goals. You know, I still have my own goals, but I would, you know, now I'm really working to try to help others. So, you know, I'll run at any time. I'll do, you know, whatever they want to do, and try to help them to achieve whatever they're working towards at that particular time.
Everybody listen, and you see why I have Joelle on the show? I'm telling you, the one thing that she talked about, which is so powerful, is about identity, about knowing that you have purpose. Listen, I agree with you, and I can relate, you know, to where we talk about how we have all these titles. You know, whether it's at home or on the job, or whether you go to church, or whether you're in this club, or but who are you? Where is your identity? Where is your foundation? Let me just say this, and one of the things that I am inspired by is nature, and I'm inspired by, and I don't see it on my tape, but I want to talk about it just from my memory. I did a little research about trees, and I was inspired by this tree. I found it. Here we go, and it's called the redwood tree, and it's the tallest tree. As I understand, I believe in the country. I'm not sure about the world, maybe the world, but it grows over 300 feet tall. And, you know, something that high, the root system, Joelle, only extends down about 6 to 12 feet. Oh, wow. So imagine having a tree that stands over 300 feet tall, that the roots only go about 6 to 12 feet deep. But the amazing thing about the redwood tree, and I need you to look it up as well, the amazing thing is that its roots, part of them extend outwardly. And what the roots do is the roots grab hold of the crevices and other parts of what's around it to strengthen it so it doesn't fall. So all I say to you, everybody again watching live and listening, having a foundation is great. This is what hopefully our parents and our family and our experiences give us. But you can't stop at just the foundation. You have to extend yourself beyond where you are in order to become stable and sure about your identity. I'm going to say that again. It's great to have a foundation. Got to have that. But what keeps the redwood tree, tallest tree, from falling is that it extends outwardly and begins to connect. And this is what this show, Inspiration with Troy Alexander, is all about. It's about connecting and networking and connecting with other, because with your strength, I become stronger. With my strength, your strength becomes stronger. And I love what we talk about, how the team on the job, how they shifted what they were doing to help you. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs help. I'm telling you here. And Inspiration with Troy Alexander, it's about giving that help to extend, to let you know you can do this. Don't ever give up on your dream. And I declare today, we got I am declarations. Joelle, and before this show is over, I want you to make some I am declarations with me. And I've already declared earlier. I said on prior show, I said I'm going to be a billionaire. I've already put out into the atmosphere. Oh, why not? I always ask, why not? What is wrong with saying that? There's nothing wrong with saying it. But if you don't put it out there, it won't ever come back. That's why we encourage everybody, open your whatever, and no matter what position you are in now, does not determine where you shall be. You make that determination. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited about you, Joelle, being, and listen, I got a few more, and I want you to, and if something comes to your mind right after I'm done, you just let me know as well. Again, and I got another one. I am going to have a building that is going to promote artistry. Mm-hmm. I talked about fashion and dance and acting and music, and I'm so excited about it, Joelle. And you got to make sure that you come to the grand opening, all right?
I'm there.
All right. She says you're there. You're going to be coming to, Ed, you coming to the grand opening? Sure. All right, let it got in. I got the kids coming.
I was going to say, as long as it's kid-friendly, we're there.
It's going to be kid-friendly. You know me, absolutely. So
we go anywhere if you can bring the kids.
I got the Kenny family coming to my grand opening. And you know what? I don't even have the building yet, but I know it's coming because I've made the declaration. Do you have a declaration that you want to make now?
Me? Yes, I do. No, I do. I mean, in my mind, I do. But I would really like to start my own. No. No, I'm declaring I am starting my own gym/workout thing. Not really sure what it looks like, but something that I can bring people to and work together to inspire others, achieve their dreams. And for me, it's running and working out, and I would love to create something that would help to facilitate that.
I am going to create.
Shoot, I'm really bad at it.
No, listen, she's going to, listen, I'm excited for you. I love it. I'm telling you, listen, your attitude and your personality will change when you know something's going to happen.
I'm going to buy a new car.
Yes.
Maybe by Friday.
And she's really putting them roots way out beyond the foundation. But I'm telling you, the power of the redwood tree has extended so far. Joelle says she's going to have a new car by Friday. Listen, I believe with you. Listen, all I'm saying is it is about opening our mouths and having expectation. And I said to you earlier, Joe, Joelle, why not? Why not? Why do I got to look on TV and why is it only that person is getting awards, or why Oprah can only one that be, or why different ones that have achieved? Why does Warren Buffett have? Listen, I mean, he's a billionaire. Bill Gates. Why not me? Why not you? Mm-hmm. Why not you, Ed? Why not? Why not the children? Why not? Listen, I'm telling you, I am excited about what is about to take place. And Joelle, I'm excited about what you just said, because you shall have what you said. Because I've already seen you make a commitment and a sacrifice and have achieved a goal. And all of what you just said about having your own gym, your own class, your own workout, your own YouTube channel, your own video that is a multi-million-dollar seller, your own is because you have made a commitment to your purpose. And it's about identity. It's about identity. And I encourage everybody on watching and listening, you need to continue to strive to seek something greater and know that your purpose has value. I said on another show, listen, make every decision worth the value of your purpose. I said, make every decision worth the value of your purpose. Let everything be connected. And that's the one thing I love about. So I get inspired by nature. You know, I'm trying to get somebody else to come on the show who climbed this high mountain over there in Africa. So I might need your help to get her on the show. But she said she's coming one day. But listen, we talk about mountains. But I actually know somebody that climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, thank you, in Africa. I know somebody. And I'm telling you, it is inspiring to be connected with so many inspiring people. Give a shout out to Jennifer. So we're just so excited about the wonderful things that are coming to pass. Joelle, listen, we have a few more moments on the show, and I just want to say again, you have been such an inspiration to me and to so many tonight that you really can't even imagine. I mean, you really are. When I look at you and I see you at work and you're doing different things, and I see you out, and and every time I see you, you're coming back with an achievement. And you continue to move. And I love that about you, and just your personality to say, you know what, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Just do it. I love what you said when you sent me your bio. One of the things that you said is that your motto is, you gotta want it. Tell me about that. What does that mean to you?
If you don't want it, you're not going to get up at 2:30 in the morning. No, really, for me, and you kind of said it a little bit, is really setting that goal. Like, you have to figure out, how bad do you want this? Like, do you even want this? Is this something you want? If it is something you want, how are you going to achieve it? And really wanting it, and so deep that you can feel it, really is why I was able to get up at 2:30 in the morning, be in the pool, swimming, biking, doing all these things on little sleep, because I wanted it so bad, that I would do anything to achieve that goal. That was just something that I found inside of me, but I think we all have that. You just have to figure out, what is it for you? And for you, it might be something different, but figuring out what that is and then figuring out how to achieve it. I also want to give a shout out to my husband. We just had the Bob Kenney Scholarship Tournament over the weekend. Wonderful. And raised $7,500 in his dad's name. Awesome. We've given out over $11,000 in scholarships to kids that are going into college. And it's just great to kind of keep his dad's memory alive. And it also gives me a chance to continue to play softball, or to attempt to play softball. But it's a great cause, and we do it every year. And it's been great. The boys got to really play a role in it this year, so that made it even a little bit more special. I
love it. Well, listen, Ed, we are looking sponsors for our show, so if you know any companies that want to sponsor Inspiration with Troy, listen, we're here. We're here to support you. But we are excited, and that is so awesome. And I love that because, again, even with your husband, with Ed, sorry, say again my title, with Ed, about having purpose. And having a vision and keeping destiny alive, having purpose and taking everything that your father, right? Everything that your father gave and keeping that legacy going. And I'm telling you, everyone, I talked about this before. Again, with the redwood tree having a foundation, but to be able to take everything now that Ed's father gave to him and to be a blessing to someone else, that is spreading those roots. That's grabbing hold and giving life to someone else that maybe didn't have that opportunity. And so we applaud you. We applaud you and everyone that does the great work that you do. So thank you very much. Thank you. Listen, everybody, I'm telling you, Inspiration with Troy Alexander, you got to come every Monday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. You will leave inspired. I would love for you to watch the whole show, but if you can just get a few moments, come on in. But I'm telling you, this is where it is to be encouraged and inspired. You will hear things that maybe you never heard before, but I'm telling you, we are just excited. And we want to be a part of that root. Mm-hmm. That's our goal, Joelle, is to be the roots that extend beyond and to let people know that it's okay to dream. Mm-hmm. And that dreams do come true. I told you this before. Listen, I didn't have a show 12 shows ago, but now I got my own show on Hamilton Radio. I do photography on the side as well. I never, wasn't a dream to be a photographer for New York Fashion Week and to have so many people trust the work that we do, from pageants to proms to Sweet 16. I just did a Sweet 16 on Friday night for 5 hours. It was wonderful. It was an awesome experience. And so it was like a marathon, not the kind that you run, but I am on my feet just about the whole time taking pictures. But it's a wonderful experience. And again, I'm thankful for everything. I just want, we got a few more moments, and then I'm going to do a few things at the end before we go off the air. But for someone, what else would you say? Is there any more that you would want to share with anyone to encourage them, to inspire them to dream? And again, take that step. My vision is we will see emails come in to IamInspiredTroy@gmail.com to say, you know what, Troy, I took that step. I sent that resume. I went for that interview. I went for that audition. You know what? And I got it. But even if you don't get it the first time, go back again and do it again.
I think the biggest thing for me was putting it out there. I think what you've been saying this whole time is it holds yourself accountable to the goal. Others help you. So once you put it out there, you have no choice but to work really hard to try to achieve it. For me, that was the first step when I decided to do the marathon, when I decided to do the triathlon. I was like, shoot, I said I was going to do this. Like, I have to do this. Like, I set this as my goal. And for me, just putting it out in the universe, I think was the biggest step. And then also being just I'm lucky, I'm blessed, and I think we all are, to be surrounded by such wonderful people at work. Troy always helps me when I'm like, I don't know how to handle this. To be surrounded by such wonderful people at work, family, friends, and once you put it out there, having a team of folks that are pushing you and helping you achieve it, and they're not going to let you fail. And I think the biggest thing is just the connection with my husband. We both are super busy with a lot of things, but always there to support each other. Like I said, no matter what crazy idea I come up with that day, or whatever he's got going on, we find a way to make it work and support each other. We have a big calendar that's color coded with what everybody's doing, and who's grabbing who and who's doing this. So I think just finding that support system was huge. Once you put it out there, just having folks wrap around you to help you achieve it, for me, was the secret to my success.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We got a caller calling in. Hi, caller.
Hi. We just had a question for JOELLE KENNEY.
Yes.
We just wanted to know, basically, I just heard her say that her family was behind her, but what really did motivate her?
I think it was just something always within me. Once I talked about a little earlier, kind of lost myself, and kind of running was the thing that really helped kind of give me some of an identity. But I've always had this go bigger but go home personality, for better or for worse. So I've always set my goal to figure out, the top thing that I could achieve. And I felt like I was in a pretty good place, and I felt like it was actually a realistic goal that I could achieve. So I was like, I can do this. So, like you said, Troy, I put it out in the universe. I said I'm gonna do the Ironman, and luckily I was able to train hard enough and was able to finish. But just something kind of within that I think we all have. We just have to kind of figure out what that it is for you. Are you a runner?
No, I'm not. I just think you're an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Morristown.
Oh, that's where I went to high school.
Awesome. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's very inspirational.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I'm fortunate enough to be inspired every day by her. So yes. Yes,
she inspires millions.
Yes, she is. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. And I just want to say, is there anything in terms of any way people want to contact or learn more about the fundraising project that Ed is doing in terms of contact? And if not, I can always add it on to our show or even onto our website. But is there like a website or any contact
through
information?
Facebook, he's got the Bob Kenney Scholarship website, or through Facebook. I'm not very technical, so I apologize if I'm not using the correct terminology. And then you can always reach me on Facebook. It's just JOELLE KENNEY, or my email is actually my maiden name, so it's JOELLE, JOELLE, Quail, QUAIL, at Yahoo, but I can give all that to Troy. If anyone will listen to me, I will talk. I will tell you everything that I know, whether or not it works for you. I can't guarantee that, but I'm happy to help with meal stuff. I mean, some of the stuff I didn't mention, which we don't have enough time to go into, is that, I had lost 50 pounds. I had a weight struggle on sort of both sides of it. So I'm always happy to talk about food. I'm always willing to talk about food prepping and running and working out. So if you'll listen to me, I'll be happy to share my story or talk a little bit more with anyone that can tolerate me for a period of time.
I love it. I love it. How are we doing? How much time have we got left? I got about 2 minutes. Listen, everybody, I want to thank Joelle. Thank you, Joelle, so much.
Oh, thank you, Troy.
For coming on the show. Thank you, Ed. Thank you to your wonderful children. And the names are again? Andrew. And Matthew. Listen, thank you, Andrew and Matthew. Thank you so much. Listen, everybody, again, this is Inspiration with Troy Alexander every Monday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on Hamilton Radio. If you want to be a sponsor on the show, listen, email me if you want. I am inspiredtroy@gmail.com, or you can email the station at admin@hamiltonradio.net. I'm telling you, be a part of this journey. I'm telling you, be a part of this journey. Do you want to have your husband and your
guys want to come up real quick?
Show?
Come
on,
on,
come on the show before we go to an end, so they can be on the video. So we want to again applaud the entire family. So we're excited for you. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Matthew and Andrew.
Yep.
All right. So thank you all so much. Listen, everybody. Again, we need you to watch our show and come on back 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Listen, we are also a photographer. You can go to our Instagram page at Pick by Design. That's PICBY Design, and follow us there. Also, our website, picturesbydesign.smugmug.com. Listen, I want to be your motivational speaker. Listen, invite me. I will come and motivate and share and encourage and share all of our journey. And I'm telling you, invite us to your program. And I love talking to young people especially, but I'll talk to anyone of any age. I'm excited. This platform is not just for me. Everybody, I want to bring everybody on this platform. Everybody's going to come along and get through the door and go with us. So thank you so much. How we doing, Ruben? 1 more minute. So thank you all so much. Again, our website is calltoinspire.org. Everything that we do is about inspiration. Everything we do is about uplifting somebody else and walking in purpose. The one thing I love about Joelle, and I'm going to end on this note, she said, put it out there. She said, why not put it out there into the atmosphere? Why not put out, listen, I am the declaration. We are going to do this. It's already done. It's just a matter of time. I'm telling you, hold on to your dreams. Hold on to your purpose. Inspiration with Troy Alexander is about making dreams, helping somebody to come across and take that step. And I'm telling you, every week we are here Monday. You don't want to miss next week, but every Monday we're here from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Hamilton Radio. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next Monday on Hamilton Radio. Inspiration with Troy Alexander.